Yo, you just
Hey, don't laugh.
Make
Last time I saw you, you was wearing that Pinochet shirt behind you.
Yeah,
So
I did.
You are about fascism.
I did.
You are about
I
genocide.
did wear that shirt.
Okay,
And I own up
so
to
why
it.
do you sit there and complain?
I own up to it. Why are you sitting there with the people that are trying to shut down free speech and are running around with the communists like they kill 100 million people?
You're still running
They're
around
better
communist.
than the,
You're
they're
running
the
around
same as
communist.
the Nazi. They're the same as the Nazi.
They're
walking around with communist flag and you're proud about it? I don't give a
determined
damn.
who's a Nazi.
I wear
not
that
you.
shirt.
Loud noises.
That shirt right there.
Complain about Nazis if you're supporting one.
And yell.
And you guys are supporting communists.
It does so much for your cause.
I'm not
You're standing with the same people.
You're standing
This is the flag I pull out of your people.
Huh?
This is the flag I pull from your
Did
people.
you want to yell some more?
Yeah.
Someone got a MAGA
Hey,
hat
there
on
you
your
go.
people. Big
There
deal.
you go.
Woo.
Yeah. Communist flag
Yeah, I'm a
right
Christian
there.
too. I'm not.
There you go.
Say we're not the enemies. Trust me, we're not the
Trust
enemy.
me, you are the
Why?
enemy.
Why?
Because you.
Why am I the enemy?
Why you're the enemy? Because you're going to be about all this right-wing bullshit.
What right-wing
Fucking
bullshit?
fascist
Free
nonsense
speech?
that's going on. Free speech is not what you guys are about. If you guys
It
were about
is.
free speech,
I'm
you
all
would
about
let
free speech.
everybody else be about themselves.
Exactly.
In particular,
Yes, like these guys.
Muslims.
Muslims can say and do whatever they want.
Can they
It's
worship
about
as
freedom.
they wish?
Of course.
Then why do you guys keep giving them shit?
I don't. When do I give him shit? When do I give him shit?
What all right, let's just
I'm allowed to speak
clarify.
out against
Let's just
certain
clarify.
elements of the.
How do you? Where do you
These
stand
guys,
with
these
this?
guys said "fuck you" because I'm a Christian. That's the same
I'm
thing.
a Christian, and
I
they're
know.
not saying it to me.
He said it to me. He said "fuck you" and he threw shit on me because I'm a Christian. He said I'm a
They're
bigot.
going after you because you're a Christian, man.
No, that's what he
Dude,
said.
you see
What
what
I'm-
you
My
did?
point, he said it. He said it.
You think
It's on
they don't
camera.
see
What I'm
you
saying is
say?
they're being
I'm not
bigots.
catching hell. I'm not a Christian. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm not catching hell.
Well, where's your?
All right, so I flubbed my words. Shut up.
Listen.
Get one, bro.
Hey.
Get one, man.
Hey.
Get one.
I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care what you are, Christian, atheist. It doesn't matter. You have your right to worship whatever God you want and
So
speak
when you
it.
build a mosque, for example, that's not going to be an issue to you.
If they buy the property, it's your right. If you buy property, you can do whatever the hell you want with
But
it.
that doesn't seem to be, have been the case here a couple of years ago.
What's that have to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. I'm for freedom.
Okay, if you're for freedom, then you have no problem with all of us being out here.
What about you guys?
I have no problem with you guys being out here as long as you're not being violent. That's it.
Hey, you.
This is awesome.
Come on, you're in trouble right now for being violent.
No, I'm not. I don't ever
One
fight.
of your people is sitting in jail right now for killing two.
Oh, cry me a river.
Jimmy Christian?
Cry me a
Don't even
river.
try, man.
Jimmy Christian hates me.
even
Oh,
try.
the Bernie
Don't
supporter?
even try.
The Bernie supporter?
I don't
The
give a damn.
socialist who
was
hated
with
me?
you.
He hated
Who was
me.
First seen with
He
you.
showed up because he hated
was
me.
First seen with you.
Tiny
The Proud
kicked him
Boys,
out.
Identity Europa, and his
Tiny
words
kicked him
when
out.
he got locked out. When he got locked up, what was his words? Fuck Antifa. He didn't say fuck the Proud Boys. He didn't say fuck Patriot.
He's a Bernie supporter, though.
He said if I'm
He
he said if I'm
Him and Bernie Sanders as you guys.
What is it with Bernie
So what do you
supporters
think?
being
So you
violent all
think
the
like him and I
time?
are friends or something?
Huh?
You think him and I are friends?
Probably
I'm
not
responsible.
now because he looks bad.
No, like
Makes you
before.
look
Did I know him
bad.
before?
Yeah.
Did I know him before?
Believe me, if we were really violent, we would.
You are in trouble for
listen,
violence. Sign it.
Hey, if I go kill two people right
But it's
now,
the fact that
you should
we
be held responsible.
respect freedom of speech.
Because
and
we're talking.
You know what?
We're
That's why
talking.
we're not with
We're
each other
talking,
until
but
you
we're
guys start
arguing.
attack first.
I was arguing with him too. We were arguing with him. He
You were
kicked him out.
shaking hands with the dude,
Show me.
man.
Show me.
Got something else?
All right, wait, let me
Can I show you the
take it-
video where he
let me
kicks
take
him
it
out?
back, take it back.
Can I show you the video where he kicks him out? Is that okay?
Video where you kicked him out.
Yeah.
In that April
What Tony did.
episode.
He only showed up to one rally.
All right. Ford, I've never. Have you ever posted this video?
Hell yeah.
You agree with that? They
Jimmy
burn a lot of
Christian
stuff. The inauguration, they burned
Kicked
a
out.
McDonald's and a limo and all that stuff.
The guy was crazy, man.
And why did you kick him out? Why did you kick him out?
Because he was being crazy and dangerous, and
Why are you
he was
talking against that?
he was causing some major problems.
Why are you talking against that? Why?
I'm gonna turn this off because.
Oh my.
Because you don't want them to sue us.
No, well, no.
See, look,
Because I
there's
wasn't
Tiny-
aiming
look-
at it. Hold on.
There's
No.
Tiny.
I'm gonna be fair to you, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it, but
Listen,
I can't even see it. All right.
that's Tiny Christian.
You just saw. Were you there? They marched up on us. They marched up on us. They blocked us away from one of our guys and then mobbed him in the middle there. Start beating him up while we're trying to grab our guy.
Okay, fair enough. Now, here's the
Wait,
question.
watch him kick him out. Come on. I want to see him kick.
That's why we fought back.
No, I hear you guys saying that you're pissed off because he was flat. All right, fair enough.
No, we're still not with him, but we kick him out.
Did we
Kick him out.
march up?
So isn't that the same thing as you and me talking? And if I go kill 2 people,
The problem is, what is he about? What is he about?
He's a socialist.
And why? And he's not a fucking socialist.
he is a socialist.
He
He
would-
vote for Bernie Sanders.
Would he say that he's a
a
socialist?
Yes.
Would he say that he's a
Yes.
socialist right now?
Even in court, he said, if I'm so racist, why would I be a Bernie supporter? It's all over his Facebook.
You guys say if you're so racist, why do you hang out with black people? And I've
Look,
seen
you
black
kicked him
people.
out.
Let me tell you something. Let me show you something else that's an issue right now. Never mind him.
Of course,
That
never mind
American
him, but
Guard
you blame
trap
him for me.
No, but
go
you're
around
standing
and
with the
beat up
American
Trump
Guard folks too.
because I hated
I just remembered
Until I saw
that.
the
Now, do
truth.
you know what the
And
American
what I was
Guard's
doing was
about?
wrong.
I know that the
And I would be
founder
an
had a
ignorant person
history,
not to turn
but the
myself
American
around.
Guard right now is not about
It's a
anything.
current
And now I'm standing
history,
here
man.
defending
So can we
freedom
change?
in
Are
America.
we allowed to change?
He's not
Doesn't matter if
changing.
you like
He's
it or not.
always been about.
As
He's
long
always
as you
played it this
support
way. Brian
freedom in
James has
America.
always played it this
That's
way.
all we got.
It's not just Brian James. There's Camden. There's Taylor. There's a bunch of guys.
Exactly. You got members. You got straight up bonehead crews coming out.
It's not my group.
But they're here with you.
That's fine. I don't care. They can stand with
You're
us. I don't
defending
care.
these mass
As long as they're not
criminals that
causing
go
any
up
problems,
on
it's free
people's
speech.
They're here with you.
I don't hear one bad
And this is
thing
the
about
problem.
it.
And this is the problem that I have with you and Jeremy Christian. If he's gonna be there, okay. You said you throw him
What
out.
about you guys
Fair
stand
enough.
up for that old lady?
Fair enough.
Because he's saying bad
What about
things.
them?
Why did
You
you
gotta
guys
be
say that?
critical
Why
about
did you guys
American
be
Guard.
I'm not saying anything bad.
They're not saying anything bad
These are the
now,
same fucking
but
people
Brian
that you
James
guys
has been in the
And
Klan,
it's sad.
has been in the
Because it
Outlaw
makes you guys
Hammerskins,
a bunch
has
of
started
fucking
groups called Hoosier State
But he's
Skinheads.
not right now. So what do you want me to do?
Because they're not working for him anymore.
Look at the girl that
So
They're
They're
not
not
working.
saying anything
And
racist.
on
we
top of
attacked
that,
her.
So why do they have people of color in the American Guard?
And got all the guys away from her.
stupid.
Pushed her back on you
The
guys'
people of
side.
color are stupid?
If we
Yes.
were like you guys, we
You-
would be
you-
attacking that girl.
people of color can be
We're
fascist.
not like that.
You're gonna call him an idiot?
People of
We're
color
not
can
gonna
be
do- we're
fascist
gonna
just
play
as
you.
much
We're
as
not
white.
gonna play
So
you.
it's not
We
about
respect.
So
We
fascism's
respect
okay
ideology.
so long as you
respect
have
the Constitution.
Fascism is about ideology.
fascism okay because you're being diverse
The
now.
moment you raise your hand
Fascism
to
is not
attack
okay.
us, that's the moment we're
How
gonna
are
You
we
talk.
fascist?
You know what? Fascist is being about a right-wing ideology.
No.
It is a
It's
right-wing
about an
ideology.
overpowering government.
What you
That
gotta
was
say?
doing
It's not about government. It's not about government.
Fascism is all about
That's
government.
Nazism.
It's crossed
That's
out.
Nazism. That's not it. That's not fascist. That's
Hey,
not
Hitler was a fascist. Stalin was a fascist. Mao was a fascist. You know, because they killed, they can do whatever they want with no consequences. It's not right wing.
Mao was an authoritarian.
Big
Stalin
government.
was an authoritarian.
It's
But
big
I mean,
government
I'm
versus
just breaking
small
it down to be nuanced
those
here.
people accident.
I'm just breaking it
I'm
down to be nuanced.
anti-fascist.
They got mobbed.
I'm more anti-fascist
No, I
than
am.
you. So
No,
long-
I am.
No, I am.
He's
No,
more
I am.
anti-fascist.
You don't stand for free speech.
Come on now.
What do you do to stand up for free speech in the Constitution?
What?
I go all
You know
over
how
the
you
country
stand up for
saying-
free speech in the Constitution? You stop supporting the shit that the people who were defending the Constitution in World War II were fighting.
What were they fighting?
They were fighting anti-Nazism.
Yeah.
They were fighting Nazism.
Yeah.
They were fighting fascism.
Yeah.
Hell, they fought
what we're
with
doing.
Stalin.
Constitution. Free speech.
They fought with
Daryle, Vermin Supreme says hello.
Shalom.
All right. Well.
I had to lighten the mood a little, right?
Good conversation. We will have another one.
Okay.
We'll have another one.
All right. Reach out to me sometime.
And hey, one other thing. Keep him in check. He doesn't need to be getting locked up all the time because he's going around beating down folks.
Oh, he's gotten a lot better. You should have seen him in the beginning. So he's getting better.
Oh, brother.
Pretty
All right.
soon. Pretty soon. What? He hit you?
He didn't hit me.
No, the point is he was riling and he's going to claim self-defense for his boy, but in truth, he was just riling everybody up and he was trying to
Riling
push
people
through
up physically
and
or
pushing through,
mentally?
assaulting folks,
'Cause there's a
and then
difference,
this
right?
happens.
There is. Okay. Well, we'll see the
I
film.
just noticed you got that paint on you. I'm sitting there arguing with you this whole time. I just noticed that you got the paintball.
I was literally standing a foot from him when he started throwing the punches. And sure, there was pushing on both sides, but if you watch the live stream, he threw all of the first punches.
I haven't filmed out there then.
It is.
Isn't the dude with the beard is Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Who is?
Yeah, the red?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Taylor. And then, I don't know the guy in the hat. Where'd Camden run off to? Oh, there he is. He took
yeah.
his hood off and everything.
Yeah. So that
Who's
kind
the guy who everyone kept saying, oh, where's your helicopter? The kind of really built guy.
Yeah.
He's now behind the guy wearing the
Yeah,
armor.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh, there seems to be
What's
some.
the helicopter thing?
Yeah. Well, it's about throwing people out of
Yeah,
helicopters.
fat. Fuck you.
Throwing people out of helicopters. Okay.
And you can always.
No, that's the Pinochet thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions to what Joey just said, I think.
Yeah,
especially since he walked over to hang out with Camden and Taylor and.
Yeah, he just walked right over and started talking to the known white nationalists and fascists who post easy to
understand.
understand.
To Daryle real quick. So Daryle, can I ask you something real quick?
Let's
So he just walked straight over to Taylor and Camden are right there, who are known American Guard guys.
Yeah,
and that's he just walked right to him.
I'm sitting up here talking about Jeremy Christian. Now now let's be fair. Maybe they did throw him out, but we did see the video and they did complain about him being a Nazi. Now let me be fair about something else too. There is going to be a breaking point when it comes to this crowd, because when you are dealing with fascism, the trappings of Sikh heiling and swastikas and all that, that's going to draw the attention that you don't want. So yeah, you're going to kick somebody to the curb when they're doing Nazi shit. And so that really wasn't enough. And speaking to that is the fact that they're hanging with the American Guard. Now, for those who don't understand where I'm coming from with the American Guard is founded by a guy named Brian James. And Brian James was the founder of, was a Klansman at one time in his life. He was in the outlaw Hammerskins. I don't think he eventually started I don't think he was a founding member of the outlaw Hammerskins. I'm trying to remember how the timeline went. But he did found the Hoosier State Skinheads. Eventually, something came together called the Villain Social Club, and also known as the Villains. And you're talking about straight up violence with them. Murders are under his belt. Fucking Brian James got murders under his belt. Not directly attributed to him, but he knows where the bodies are buried. You know? I mean, that's at least the scuttlebutt.
I think there's a little Hammerskins action going.
Well, he was never a Hammerskin. He was never a Hammerskin. The outlaw Hammerskins were founded by a group of people who were Hammerskins that got kicked to the curb.
I think they're going to wrap up, so I'd love if you could give a quick explanation on how did you feel like it went today?
It is what it is. I mean, it was small, really. It was incredibly small. It was sedate. It was chill until the paint came along, which was funny. But I think they did good. I think they did good. I think.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you ever actually come out so this is a counter protest, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever actually go to events where you guys are the main speakers, and do you ever see any type of counter protest at those events?
If you see me at a rally like that, chances are it's because I am looking for those are going to come out to oppose. I do come to
do you ever
our
see
rallies.
Counter protests though at rallies that you guys organize?
Sometimes.
Doesn't that kind of, don't anti-fascists rise in response to fascism and not go have their own rallies?
No, anti-fascism is about promoting fascism. Promoting anti-fascism.
There you go.
Here comes the comments again.
But they don't have their own rallies, though, is what I'm saying.
Huh? No, we do. We do. Antifa has their own rallies. And we have our own conferences and everything.
There have been some up in Boston, and the counter-protest has always been from the Blue Bloc, affectionately known as the Blue Balls. They show up and get surrounded by cops and then surrounded by people screaming Nazis.
For instance, there was the Kavanaugh protest in Boston.
Which we're about to have
the Blue
today.
Balls came
See,
out
that's
to
the
that,
other thing. We're because of what's going on, I know Planned Parenthood's mobilizing around that. So this is going to be double duty here because we got the anti-Kavanaugh stuff that's going to be happening today.
Well, something's afoot.
I think they're all getting ready to leave.
What I mean is
They got to wrap up their Pinochet shirts, and
those protests are generally about
balls over there.
Whereas these guys,
I just brought that Yeah, man. I'm all over.
There they go.
Streaming. Maybe we'll see you later. I want to follow you. Go do what you got to do.
You gotta get
Yeah.
That is fascism.
who do you protect? Who do you serve? Kick me in the knee, hit my fucking nerve. Oh yeah. Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Oh yeah.
Getting serenaded by the wonderful Rod Weber as we walk.
Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Where'd Spider-Man go?
Spider-Man ran off, I think, with Samson and Patrick and all the others that were trying to have a rally.
Yeah, so were they told to disperse too, or did they just give up? Because
they probably just gave up at some point.
Because like I said, it's all about Hegelian politics, or philosophy, I should say, because if you don't have something to protest against, why talk, in their opinion?
Right.
Isn't that how it works?
If the counter protest doesn't show up, they kind of go quiet quickly.
Go quietly into the night. Oh yeah. There
Here's
goes.
basically what is left of their side, of the alt-right, the fascists, the self-proclaimed libertarians. Although there's, American Guard and all the other wonderful racists, and by wonderful I mean fuck them.
No. At the beginning, you were saying that you're not a journalist. Here you are, though, walking around filming everyone.
I don't mind live streaming it. That doesn't make me a journalist.
Oh, okay.
I have done lots of journalism, but I do not believe I'm here as a journalist because I am unbelievably biased on this one. Fuck every last one of them. So, it's really hard to be a journalist when you're that unbiased. I understand that everyone's going to be biased. I don't actually believe in totally unbiased journalism, but at this point, I'm here because fuck them. That's not journalism.
Oh, well, I guess, we have different definitions. That's part of the problem.
Sure.
That I think that's going on in a lot of the discussions out here. It's just people are not speaking the same language. But I hear what you're saying. So I wonder. Oh, hey, look, there's a bunch of cops down there.
Yeah, they're definitely guarding the way. Just in case, I guess, any of the Antifa or anything were hiding out at the corner waiting. But that is one of the interesting things. They did a really good job of driving the counter-protesters in one direction and driving the rally-goers in the other direction.
Yeah.
In Boston, when they try and do this, it's such a maze that a lot of the counter-protesters can get around that. And so they'll pop out 3 blocks ahead of the rally-goers before they get there, and then the cops won't be there anymore, and then there we go.
So let's give everyone a quick education on what we were talking about there with American Guard and all the shit that was going on with the conversation between Daryle and Joey.
Daryle and Joey and Tiny for a little while.
And Tiny was mostly yelling. I don't know if there was anything.
He threw a lot of punches too. I have all of that on video as I was a foot from him when it started. Luckily, the one that I took to the chest actually bounced off of someone else, so it wasn't the full force of Tiny, which I think would have knocked me out cold.
Yeah, I should say so. But yeah, so the folks that we were talking about, here, I'll turn. If I can get it to go. So we were talking about John Camden, who goes by Joshua Cameron, I believe.
Yeah,
on Facebook.
Joshua Cameron, but his name's John Camden, Vice President of the American Guard,
New Hampshire
New
branch.
Hampshire.
Yep. And the other guy was Brian James, which is B-R-E-N.
Yes.
As opposed to the traditional spelling. Who was a skin, basically the guy that founded his group out in, what was it, Indiana?
Yep.
What are they doing up here?
Looks like they are getting.
Do they have a
some
bus?
Kind of a bus.
Oh, they bust them in. Oh. Yeah. Well, if I'm elected, I will have protesters on both sides.
They've got a bus.
Yep, they've got a bus. Hold on, I'm going to turn around.
No. So yeah, so we're sitting there listening to them all talk, and actually they calmed down a little and they started talking. Daryle and Joey got to a point where they were having a somewhat civil conversation, although they were both so ideologically opposed that it was still an argument.
And the guy in the red hat down there, that's I forget his first name, but something Taylor.
Yeah,
who's
Taylor.
Another one of those guys. Oh, and the guy in the army helmet is that's John Camden.
Yeah, the guy wearing the green helmet there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess. Oh, here comes Joey.
Here comes Joey to come talk to us again.
Joey coming to talk to us. Wow.
They're just doing a little recap of everything that just happened with you there and Daryle, and the conversation, and it was interesting that it got to a civil point. At least at the end there, you were still so ideologically opposed that there was no agreement there, but you definitely started lowering your voices at each other, which was interesting.
The thing is we're not so different. He thinks I'm some right-wing extremist, so I'm not. I'm like
right, but then you stand over there talking to people like John Camden, who's a member of the American Guard, who posts nothing but white nationalism and racist shit online.
So what should we do? Just not talk to him? Just isolate him? Have him keep his beliefs separate? How do you change people? That's what Jesus did. He goes and talks to everybody. He would go to the places, and everyone gave him crap for that. Everyone would say,
I mean, maybe
he would sit
the
with
first time
sinners.
that name appeared was 200 years after he supposedly lived, so who knows?
So
The idea of Jesus, then, if you want to go that route,
Sure.
okay? The idea of Jesus was to go into every single household that the society hated, that society despised, the sinners. That's what he did.
Yep.
We don't need to isolate these people, whether they're communists, Nazis, fascists, whatever, far left, far right, or moderates. We all have to talk.
So
You wanna go across with him?
I got to go to the.
So when you're talking to Camden and Taylor and those guys,
Are you trying to talk them down
Are you
from
trying
that
to talk
cliff?
them down from that?
I don't even know. Okay, to be honest, I don't even know who you're talking
well,
about.
okay, the guy with the red hat here is Taylor. We got here's John Camden here.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
So he has a past. It is what it is.
Right.
I've
So,
very long
do
history.
we have to be separated?
You do.
Do we have to be divided?
No, you just have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
You say you're having that conversation.
He doesn't commentate
I
as the
gotcha.
thing. He just shows it.
Yeah. All right, we got to go to the parking lot.
Yeah. So I guess they didn't get a ride on the bus.
See you in Washington.
We're keeping our cardio up, you know? Gotta work.
Yep.
House, your machines are owned.
What do you say?
He said, "House your machines are owned." Those were two of the Boston Blue Blockers. That's why we fist bumped, because they remember that fun time in the alleyway there.
I see.
Yes, all of my machines are owned currently, is what I'm being told.
So as we can see, Joey didn't even know who the hell we were talking about.
No, literally, he keeps denying that he's with fascists, that he is a fascist, and saying that, you know, what are we supposed to do about it? And then when you tell him which ones are actually that, and you try and point out, hey, on his social media, he literally says this. He says, "Who are you talking about again?" And then you point him out standing right next to him, heading to a car together, and he's like, "I don't know this guy." Like, really?
We managed to slip that in just under the wire too.
Yeah, just right at the end there. That was good times.
All right.
Good times.
Well,
so there we go.
I think that's pretty much it.
I think we're done here.
So yeah, I'm gonna flip this around. I guess check all the other ones. I'm sorry I had to break up all the live feeds. I was having an issue with my camera. I usually prefer to just keep it one long stream. Lost my microphone, was having camera problems. Hopefully we'll have this worked out next time something like this goes down. Okay, and what's this?
This is my live stream.
Mike Crawford, which guy is the one with the jacket?
Which jacket? Oh, yeah.
What's he asking?
Oh, he was just asking about the guy who's traveling with Joey Gibson.
Oh, okay. So it was John Camden. It was Taylor who had the red hat and the long beard. Those guys are both American Guard. And then who's the other guy? I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out.
Two of them were two of the blue blockers from up in Boston who go by Boston Freedom of Speech on Facebook. And they throw some of the rallies up there in conjunction with Resist Marxism. You might not have recognized them as they were both wearing brown this time. They have gone from one side of the pelvis to the other, it seems.
All right, well, I'm going to hang up on this
All right,
thing.
everyone.
See
Yeah,
you
that's
see you
it.
next time.